it time?
I think it is. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Next week we will not have a show, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yep. Well, we'll get to that.
Okay. No, I think we're good.
All right. So we're 8 games apart.
Yep.
It was 9, but Steve was nice enough to take Army. I took Navy. Great game. And Navy was able to pull it out. It was always good to see the troops.
It was a really close game. So
Yeah.
it was competitive, and that's exactly what we said. We
Yep.
wanted to see a competitive game.
Sure
and
was.
we saw it. So congratulations to the midshipmen pulling it out.
Yeah. So, all right. You got the list.
I do.
Got some picks here. Hopefully everything matches up.
Now, for everyone out there, we both completed these prior to even getting here, so all our picks are in. There's no changing minds.
Nope.
They're here. They're highlighted. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
35 games. We'll try to make this quick. Obviously, this is going to be a little bit of a longer show because we're going to talk a little bit about each game. Not much, but a little bit. So let's start out. December 17th, the bowl season begins. We've got 3 games. First, the Gildan, New Mexico Bowl, featuring Temple versus Wyoming. It is in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Good place to have the New Mexico Bowl.
That is probably...
If it was in Utah, I'd be like...
That wouldn't make a lot of sense. So
Let's have the Illinois Bowl in Cedar Rapids. It wouldn't be...
Yeah.
It'd be confusing.
Yeah. Like having the Pinstripe Bowl in Boston.
Yeah. The Green Monster Bowl in New York City.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so...
We digress.
Yeah, that's about all we have for Wyoming Temple because we just probably don't know enough about each team. But
Joe Glenn used to coach Wyoming. He doesn't now.
That's the kind of stuff you get here, folks.
He used to coach Montana, won a national championship there. He doesn't coach there anymore either. He did coach Northern Colorado, won 2 national championships there, but he doesn't coach there. He coaches South Dakota now.
Okay.
That's Joe Glenn. So since we've already made our picks, we don't have to have anyone go first or go second.
No.
It is what it is.
It is
We
what it is.
don't have to try to.
I'm highlighted. You're highlighted.
Yeah, and actually, my highlighter are the teams that are favored. I got little check marks by who I took.
Oh, okay.
So, and most of my check marks aren't by the favorite team.
Okay.
After I
See, I can't even look at that. You're confusing the heck out.
Yeah, there we go. It's,
all right.
It's a Chuck.
Mine's not coded, people. All right, so Chuck, we have Temple, Wyoming, Gildan, New Mexico Bowl. Go.
Wyoming, because Joe Glenn used to coach there.
I have Wyoming because they put up a pretty good fight against Nebraska.
Good call.
That's my logic, folks.
Yeah.
The famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Boise, Idaho, December 17th as well. Ohio versus Utah State. Chuck, go.
Speaking of Nebraska, I'm going with the Fighting Frankies, Frankie Solich, and Ohio.
That's exactly what I was going to go with, Ohio, because of the Fighting Frankies. Let's go. Let's go. That that nice green and. Did you see the commercial or the video? It wasn't a commercial, a video of where they got their new uniforms and they were in the black uniforms?
No.
Oh, it was a YouTube hit up here apparently.
Oh.
No, maybe not so much a hit, but you saw the players go in and see their new jerseys and the whole team went nuts. So Ohio, you got new jerseys. Let's go get a bowl win.
Do it. Do it for Frank.
All right, R&L Carriers Bowl in New Orleans. Oh, you like that?
Yeah,
I like
good.
it. Okay, final game on December 17th. We have San Diego State, the Aztecs, taking on Louisiana Lafayette.
Are they the Raging Cajuns?
They might be. I think they are.
I don't know what they're raging about, but I am not taking them. I'm taking the Aztecs, San Diego State University, because they played Iowa once in the Holiday Bowl.
Okay.
Should we be giving scores?
Nah, it would be taking up way too much time.
5-4, San Diego State in a baseball game.
We're going to give scores anyway. San Diego State versus Louisiana Lafayette. I am going with those Raging Cajuns.
All right, there's our first one different.
Yes, let's see some Cajun speed.
It's possible.
Did
some hot sauce?
They had a nice run this year, in I believe the Sun Belt Conference. So that's kind of what I kind of based that off of.
Yeah,
San Diego State, they're in the WAC, correct? Or
sure.
They're in the Mountain West, or
maybe. San Diego themselves is in the Pioneer League with Drake, but
that's not. Yeah, okay.
No, San Diego State.
San Diego State, Louisiana Lafayette. Oh, guess what's next?
Yeah.
December 20th, the Beef O'Brady in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Nothing says
Tropicana Field, the other baseball diamond.
The Trop.
Yes.
Beef O'Brady.
We have Florida
cool.
International versus the Thunder and Herd of Marshall.
We are
Marshall.
I go with FIU.
Same with me.
I think it's going to be a blowout too. Nothing against Marshall. Nothing against Chad Pennington, because if he was there, he'd probably be playing. But
I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm saying you say Chad Pennington. I say
Moss.
No.
I go FIU because it's a home game pretty much. It's Beef O'Brady. I think they'll play hard for that, and I think they're a better team.
Who's the kid? He played in the NFL for a while. Broke his foot and they carried him down the field.
That was that quarterback guy. Was that Byron Leftwich?
Yes, Leftwich. You know what, Leftwich? I liked you. I liked the way you played. You never gave up. Your team's gonna lose. Let's go Florida International.
Yeah, those guys. I want to know who those linemen were.
Yeah.
That's the fastest I think they ever ran.
I know. They look like running backs out there carrying a football.
That's great.
All right, the San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl. This is in San Diego, for those who were wondering. The 21st of December, we have our first kind of big-name team, TCU versus Louisiana Tech.
And this is a tough one because we all know what happened last year in the Holiday Bowl when Nebraska showed up to play Washington. Well, they didn't really even show up. I got a feeling, though, that TCU going to be pretty upset. They're playing, when is this? 21st?
21st.
Yeah. December 21st. They should be playing 10, 15 days later.
Yeah, they're 10-2 team.
Yeah, this is going to be bad. This is going to be TCU.
Big time. I have TCU as well. So, Chuck, I'm not giving you a bunch of games here. We got one so far. We got one, but I'm sure there'll be more. Not this next one, though.
No.
Mako Las Vegas Bowl. Arizona State versus Boise State. Broncos all the way.
Who's coaching Arizona State? It's not June Jones?
It's some guy that is going to lose.
Yeah. Again, Boise State, maybe they have a little letdown because they should be playing 2 weeks later, but it's not going to be. It's not going to be against Arizona State.
It's not on the blue field, but guess what? Those blue uniforms are going to be taking down the Sun Devils.
All over the place.
Yes. All right. So
is that on 21st also?
That is on the 22nd.
Oh.
So one day after TCU. Yeah, it's a funny thing. You get to see TCU and Boise State in back-to-back days, and neither one of them are probably too happy.
No.
Sheraton Hawaii Bowl. Nevada versus Southern Miss. This is going to be a good game.
You think?
Probably not. I think Southern Miss is going to roll.
Big time.
Yeah.
I don't care how happy they are that they beat Houston. I think they keep going and saying, hey, we're much cooler than Hawaii, which, I don't know, Hawaii Bowl.
That'd be fun.
That's still a good time. That's a nice stadium. Good job fighting Iowa logos, Southern Mississippi.
Yeah. No, I think the Eagles will do well.
I think they're going to land.
Yes. Southern Miss. You got my vote. Chuck's as well.
Yes.
All right. Leaving Hawaii, heading to Shreveport, Louisiana for the Independence Bowl. Ha 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 ha. Missouri. Ha 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 ha.
Your last game in the Big 12.
And we stuck you with the Independence Bowl, the only bowl that wasn't affiliated with the Big 12 that got chosen. So, hope you enjoy it there. To be honest with you, you're playing North Carolina, so I'm going to have to give you the win, Missouri.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
I'm going with UNC, and I don't know why. Really, it's because
like Baby Blue?
They're further south. I don't think Missouri really cares.
Okay.
I'll go with North Carolina.
All right, so we've got our second.
We got two.
We got two. All right, Little Caesars. We got Western Michigan versus Purdue. This is going to be two identical-looking teams on the field. Black, kind of a tannish gold, and white.
All right, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Western
so
Michigan.
if you don't like watching football but you like those colors, watch this game.
Purdue's got to be ticked off. They seem to be paired up in bowl games lately against a lot of these lower Michigan teams. Western Michigan, Central Michigan, back in the Dan Lefevre days. I'm going Western Michigan.
I am too.
Yeah.
I think Western Michigan had a very, very good season this year. I think...
I'll tell you this, though. If this is on the ESPN family of networks, there's going to be a lot of Eugene Marv shots in the crowd.
And it is on ESPN. This is
all night long.
The 27th is the Little Caesars Bowl there.
That's all they did.
Detroit, so Western Michigan, Kalamazoo, not too far away from Detroit. So, well, neither is Purdue for that matter. But
they're both right down 8 Mile.
Yeah, so, we're going to see a good game. Two teams that could switch uniforms, and they still look like themselves. Western Michigan going away with it.
Yes.
The Belk Bowl in Charlotte, North Carolina.
The Belk Bowl?
It says Belk.
Belk. Is that Belky from Perfect Strangers?
I have no idea, but I can tell you right now, there are way too many bowls if we're coming up with names like Belk. What happened to the good old Peach Bowl?
Because then that turned into what? The Peach Bowl turned into... We'll run into it later. I'll tell you.
And that's fine, but bring back the Peach somewhere else. Don't go throwing it in
it's a
Belk.
Chick-fil-A.
Well, that's fine.
Chick-fil-A's...
If Chick-fil-A wants to have take over the Peach Bowl, Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, call it the Peach Bowl. You're going to get a lot more visitors than the Belky.
What is
or the Belk?
Belk.
I have no idea.
Boy,
it's okay.
This should have a better name. Boy.
Yeah, the name is about as good as the game.
I probably won't watch this one.
Louisville, North Carolina State. Look, Louisville, you've kind of just... If the Big East had any type of competition whatsoever, you'd be a 2-win team.
Wow, true.
In my opinion.
So this would be a better basketball game, like from the 80s. You get like Denny Crum and Louisville Cardinals and NC State and Valvano's boys. That would be fun to watch.
Fun game. But this is the Belk Bowl and two teams that no one really cares about. I'm gonna have to give it to North Carolina State. A, you're close to home. B, you had a very nice win against Clemson, so
I'm going with Louisville, and I couldn't tell you why. and this is one of those I picked, and then I looked at the line, and I was like, oh, probably shouldn't have picked Louisville for whatever I did.
Well, whatever. If Louisville gets it, congratulations. You don't deserve it.